Hello, we are in my kitchen today. So, lots of plans actually for the kitchen. Now, originally, my big plan was to rework the cabinets in here because the cabinet behind me is a built-in and goes all the way up to the ceiling. So, I wanted to do the same thing with these prefab cabinets and add on to them and make them ceiling height cabinets and do a little work over here in this weird doorway. But as I'm planning this little reno project for the kitchen, I started realizing I really don't like my kitchen. As you can see, it is super white, which doesn't go with the rest of the house at all. This is also one of two rooms where all of the trim has been painted, which I'm not a fan of. The rest of the trim in the house, as you can see there and here, the trim is all the original wood. So having the trim in this room painted makes it feel super disconnected from the rest of the downstairs. And it just makes it so white. Everything is white in here. And I kind of leaned into it when I did like the tiles, and you can see like the curtains I picked out are this like white and gray. But now I look around and realize it's too white, that there needs to be some color in here to make it match the rest of the house more. And I was trying to figure out how to add that color because you're kind of a bit limited with a kitchen. You either got to add the color to the walls or to the tile or to the countertops or maybe even the cabinets. But I've already redone the tile in here, and I do really like the tile I picked out, but now I'm kind of regretting that I didn't use that as an opportunity to add some color in here. And then as far as cabinets and stuff, I could paint these cabinets. I need to get specialty paint to be able to paint over the like veneer or whatever, not veneer, laminate that's on it, to be able to paint over that, because paint does not stick to that naturally. You have to get specialty paint to be able to paint over that material. So I could do that, but I think I've come up with a more unique and possibly ugly solution. And that is to paint all the trim, so all the things in the rest of the house that is that natural stained wood. So all the doors, the trim around the doors, the baseboard, to paint all of that pink. You can see on this window, I have this window film on here, which is leftover from what I used on the front door. And my idea is that this film I used actually comes in pink, same design but in pink as the main color instead of blue. So I'm thinking I could get that and do this whole window in the pink, and possibly these windows, maybe like just on the bottom half of the window or just on the top. I haven't decided yet, but that is another idea to incorporate more color in here, and I think it would look really pretty. Operation Pink Kitchen is underway. I also did this gallery wall over here. I tried to lean into like pinks and purples to match, and you can see how cute the trim looks. It's so subtle, but is like the perfect pop of color, and I'm just really loving it. And the gallery wall definitely helped add a nice pop of color, but still keep like the busyness isolated to one wall. And then for the doors, I actually was gonna paint them all pink, but I started with the centerpieces and could not get over how cute it looked with just those pieces painted. So I'm going to be leaving it like that. And then I kind of continued that pattern with the window film as well and did it like in strips so it kind of like matches the rest of the door. I think it looks really cute. And then I have my little like coat key section over here to hang everything up because this closet is going to be turned into a pantry. So right now this is a coat closet, but I plan on removing the bar and doing all shelves and turning it into a pantry, which I think is going to be awesome. I'm really excited about it. I think it'll function much better as a pantry and just make so much more storage in this kitchen because then the cabinets over here where I currently use for food storage, these will now be empty. So like so much more storage space by turning the closet into a pantry. And I plan on doing like a separate video of that project. But yes, because I'm going to turn this into a pantry, I kind of redid this little area over here. And of course, we have our beautiful pink windows. I decided to do the full window after consideration, and I love it. Such a great pop of color in here. And I actually plan on also painting out the trim pink. So the actual like windows are white, so this part is white, but I'm gonna paint the wood part pink. So it'll be like pink trim, white window, and then pink film. So it'll kind of alternate just like it does on the doors. And I think it's gonna look really cute once it's done. And I also have been like getting more stuff to hang on the fridge because I realized that was like a wasted opportunity to have like cute, fun pops of color in here. So I've been getting stuff to add to that. And lastly, the microwave. So I managed to find a microwave just like what I was looking to buy on Marketplace for 50 bucks. And since I finally have the microwave, that means the kitchen Reno that I've been talking about for almost 2 years now is finally going to happen. So I believe it was almost over a year ago that I emptied out this cabinet with the intentions of getting it off of the wall and redoing this doorway here. And then I just never did it. So this cabinet has actually been empty this entire time. But since I'm finally actually going to start on this, I did go ahead and remove the door, and I took the shelves out just to get some of the weight off of it so it won't be quite as heavy. And I did the same thing for this one here. And then this is the game plan. This all started because this wall is actually too short for the cabinets. When I moved in, they had just a piece of wood attached to this wall to bump it out a bit so it would hide this overhang, but it looked awful because of the arch up here. It very much just looked like a piece of wood screwed to the wall. So I removed the piece of wood, immediately understood like why it was there because the wall's too short, as you can see. So then I started coming up with a game plan of how to fix this problem. And I came up with this solution, like I said, over a year ago, probably 2 years ago now, that I decided how I wanted to fix this. But now we are finally going to get started. So this is what the plan is. And that is to remove this arch because it is weird. It doesn't really make any sense. From this side, it looks okay, but then when you look at it from this side, it looks so bizarre. like it does not look right from this side. It looks really, really weird. It should not be there. So we're gonna cut this arch out and just square it, remove it completely because, like I said, it looks so weird to have this here. So we're gonna remove this, and then once that is out and I have this, you know, that it's flat, I'm actually going to make this wall longer. So we're gonna build a little like wood frame on here to bump this wall out about 4 inches, and it'll actually kind of match up with the doorway over here because the doorway sticks out a bit. So this is going to stick out the same, so it'll kind of be balanced on either side. That's the idea, to bump it out to match the doorway. And then with those extra 4 inches, that will give us enough room that this will no longer overhang. And then with the extra 3 inches, I'm going to put a 3-inch filler cabinet up, which actually just came today. It's right there. And this is what the end goal for this wall to be, which is the filler cabinet is going to go here against the wall. This is all going to shift down 3 inches. And you may be wondering, why the filler cabinet? And that is so I can put the microwave in. So over the range microwave that goes above your stove should not be directly against a wall because it can impede the ability for the door to swing open. So we're going to have the filler cabinet and then the microwave, the upper, and then this upper. And then I actually bought a second set of upper cabinets so that we can go all the way to the ceiling. And then the filler cabinet will also go all the way to the ceiling. So filler, 2 uppers, and then this one on the end. And I think what I'm gonna do is maybe do like an open shelf above here. I haven't decided yet. I might also extend this to the ceiling to match the rest. I haven't quite decided, but I'm doing the same thing over here where I bought a second set of uppers to go above the fridge, so that goes all the way to the ceiling. So whatever I do over here, I'm also going to do over here. So either a shelf above here and just leave it as open shelving, or enclose it and have the cabinet extended all the way to the ceiling. So that's the idea. We're going to get way more cabinet space this way, and it'll also match the built-in cabinets over here, which go all the way up to the ceiling. So I did debate between like doing built-in cabinets since there's already built-ins over here, but I already have all these cabinets in here. So it was kind of back and forth if I wanted to get cabinets to match these cabinets or try and build cabinets to match these. And building the cabinets seemed like too much work. And I do actually like these cabinets. They have the adjustable shelving in them. So I did go back and forth on a while about that, which is probably why I kept pushing this project off, because I was having a hard time making up my mind exactly what I wanted to do. But I have decided, we have the vision. I'm super pumped about this because it's really gonna make this kitchen function a lot better, because it's not a cramped kitchen, but it lacks cabinet space and counter space. And the little bit of counter space I have is currently being taken up by a microwave. So getting this over the range microwave put in is gonna open up counter space as well, which is why I wanted to put it in the first place. So that's the goal.